Hello, hello, hello. This is another video of Axis and Allies 1914. This is an American invasion strategy. This is based off of an actual strategy that Germany developed back in 1902. It was over a decade before the First World War, and when I heard about it, I wanted to see if I could execute it in this game. The overall strategy is meant to put England into economic collapse and put America into political collapse. England is typically Germany's biggest thorn, the biggest thorn in Germany's side. And then around turn 3, using the tournament rules, by the way, the United States enters the war. Typically, however, Russia is on the back foot or hanging by a thread. But the United States is typically a better trade. America has 20 IPCs on a single territory. They are a force to be reckoned with. So if we can simply get a number of German troops on this territory within, in time, then we can put America into political collapse, wiping them from the game. I've explained the tournament rules in a previous video. If you don't understand them, please check out that video or look up another YouTube channel. Really don't care. I just want to get this strategy across. So first off, in the first round, Austria is going to do its thing. They're going to attack into Serbia like they're supposed to, says the rules. Attack into Italy or attack into Poland or Ukraine. Attack in all directions or just, set up a defense here. Austria does its thing. Then Russia does its turn. Russia will counterattack into Ukraine, into Poland, or maybe even invade Galicia, or just activate Romania. There are options over there to the south going into the Ottoman Empire. Either way. Then Germany's turn. This is what Germany has to do. Germany is going to invade Russia. And make sure the war takes place on Russian soil. Seizing this territory will create a buffer zone between Russian troops, the Russian horde coming from the east, and Germany, making sure the war remains here. As for the Western Front, Germany is not going to invade France. So typically Germany will invade Belgium. That is not what we are going to do in this strategy. We are going to invade Switzerland. We are going to create a massive front line. The French don't have the same amount of armies that Germany does. Germany has the most armies, the largest armies, and the biggest economy. In any strategy that the Central Powers take on is typically going to be executed by Germany. But we are not going to invade Belgium because Belgium is outside our line of supply. Typically, whenever Germany invades Belgium, the French can typically just funnel troops into Belgium. Typically. But this time, if we create a front line, France is going to be more enticed to attack us. So, after we do that, let's go on ahead and invade other British territories. Whatever. I rolled for this. The British rolled a 4 and a 1. So the British got a hit. The Germans rolled a 3 and a 5. So they got a hit. So now whoever attacks will be at a disadvantage because the defender always has an advantage. If England wants to counterattack and take back its territory in British East Africa, the Germans also have a defender's advantage. So likely they're not going to attack either. These are only possibilities. We're going to move our troops up. And let's just say, hypothetically, the invasion of Poland went terribly. Let's move our soldiers to the east. Now, as for another non-combat move, put all German ships in the Denmark Strait. The reason why is because there is a Russian battleship right here, typically. So we purchased 5 transports. One transport costs 6 IPCs. 5 times 6 is 30. So out of 35 IPCs that Germany has, Germany spends 30 of them. The other 5 IPCs, you can do whatever you want with them. It does not matter to me. Round 2. Austria and Russia likely go at it some more. Russia does its thing, continues to funnel troops in this way, or tries to invade Galatia, who knows. Russia does its thing. Germany's turn. Round 2. Germany purchases its units, purchases its land units, whatever. And they take their transports, their 5 transports, load up 10 soldiers, and since we're taking off from a port, instead of moving 2, we can move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Germany takes a massive army of 10 soldiers and invades Scotland. This British soldier is not going to last. Let's just be generous and say that the British took a German soldier. There are no ports in this sea zone, so we don't have to roll for mines. For the non-combat move, move up our ships to protect our transports. This right here is a massive fleet. One battleship, 2 cruisers, and 4 submarines. The British are really going to have to match this fleet. It's no joke. And even if they do attack, Germany still has the surprise roll of, twice. Submarines get to roll twice because of a surprise attack. Anyway, the French turn comes. This is round 2. Let's just say the French massed their troops on the first round. And then, also activated Belgium. Since this is the second turn, let's say that the French attack. And any troops that they purchased on the first turn, they could just shore up into Lorraine or Burgundy. The French keep funneling troops to the front. France does its turn. England's turn. England is going to try and match Germany's moves. Obviously, this man cannot attack into Scotland without, just one man. So England has to move its troops up accordingly. England can handle this situation any way they want to. However, this is just what I think England would typically do. Round 3 comes. So round 3, they do their turn, they do their turn. We purchase our troops, move them accordingly, but round 3, Germany's turn. Germany takes its transports, leaves one man here, takes another transport, lays some troops here. So I'm going to mimic these 10 German soldiers. Leave one soldier right here. Drop off a soldier right here. And then take all other transports and invade Canada. We are throwing as many punches at the English as possible. If we can contest this territory alone, just contest it, England will go into economic or political collapse. Let's count that up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 IPCs. England goes into economic collapse. However, no, not economic collapse, political collapse. However, it is now turn 3. The United States can get involved. By the way, we have to take out this fleet in order to land, so the United States can enter the war now. So on America's turn, they're likely going to send their troops into Canada and draft more soldiers of their own. I don't know what the American Navy is looking like. I really don't. But now that our troops are locked up in Canada, let's say turn 4. Turn 4 comes around. Let's just say we held 4 of our troops in reserve. Maybe, just maybe, we can take out America's Navy. Maybe. I don't know how much America has purchased at this point. It's been 4 rounds, so the U.S. Navy is likely huge at this point. Or maybe they just have transports. Who knows? But if we can get at least 4 soldiers or any amount of soldiers here on American soil, we can wipe out the United States. That would win us the game. That is how the Kaiser won World War I. Please, this is a very, very far-fetched strategy. There's not really many avenues for this approach to invasion. But the reason why it's so slim is because, well, one, if America locks these troops up, we're not going to be able to withdraw from the territory. You can't withdraw from the territory and then attack somewhere else. You can't do that. That is against the rules. That's 1. 2, America's Navy. America probably has another battleship along with another cruiser. But hopefully they only have 3 transports here and they've just been drafting troops. But even then, the number of troops they've drafted makes this worse. Because then they would just obliterate us from the moment we set ashore on their territory. Please, I want to know any comments. Like, if you think this strategy is stupid, far-fetched, hopefully not stupid, please, let me know.